Thanks, Senator Hawley. Senator Durbin.
Thanks for being here, Mr. Bejar. You said earlier in your opening statement that when you work for these companies, they were data-driven. What do you mean by that?
Everything at Meta, there's goals based on numbers. There's fine-grained understanding of what is happening. People set their jobs on that. The next 6 months, I'm going to make this number go from this to that.
But the ultimate answer is they were dollar-driven too, correct?
What I can speak to very directly is that, and my question to Adam was, what percentage of teens should be experiencing unwanted sexual advances? If there's not a team that's their goal, if they can't answer your questions about how many teens are impacted by this, and if they cannot give you detailed data as to who's initiating those contacts, then it's just not a priority.
But bottom line is this. They've made a decision that it's not a priority to them because of profit motive, have they not? In terms of what it's going to cost them in their business model if they have to interrupt it and monitor the content.
I think that would be a wonderful question to ask Mark and Cheryl, well, Cheryl's no longer there, on Adam, because they can speak to why they made these choices. They can only speak to the fact that they keep making these choices over and over again.
Well, I would just back up what Senator Graham said. If this becomes expensive to them to continue this outrageous conduct, then they may pay closer attention, that's for sure. But you have suggested here as well that we need a survey of young people as to their experience. You want to explain that?
Yeah, the way that harm should be tracked on these products is you go up to teens and ask them, did you receive an unwanted sexual advance in the last 7 days? And they are going to know. It doesn't matter what the message is. And then what you can do to help that teen is give them a chance to tell you, and the measures that I talk about are not even expensive to implement.
We were also briefed by the DEA in terms of narcotics transactions and the use of platforms for that purpose. Did you ever look into that issue?
I did not directly, but what you can do is if you look at the numbers that I provided the committee, there is a category for that class of issues, and you should ask the company how much of that content, which teens experience as that, they take down.
It's interesting to me that if one of my kids, when they were kids, or grandkids now, came home and said there was somebody lurking outside the playground at school that made the kids feel uncomfortable, we would know what to do and to move on it quickly. We'd find it unacceptable. And yet, what we know for a reality is that there is danger lurking in the iPhones that they're opening up every single day. And yet we seem to feel that we are unable to respond to this. I hope we can change that. Senator Graham's suggestion about 230, I don't know, you have any thoughts on that? Section 230?
No, I'm not qualified to talk about 230, but I can say that these companies should be held accountable for the content they recommend.
Well, I certainly agree with that. I think that is the bottom line. Thank you for your testimony.